As a global city, London is more religious than the rest of Britain. This is reflected in the formation of religious territories throughout the city, as religious spaces continuously reproducing in specific urban areas. The production of these religious spaces, however, is not without its challenges. Urban planning regulations and societal issues significantly influence their development. Today, with 1.3 million Muslims in London representing various sects, the production of religious spaces varies significantly due to the diverse economic, social, and urban/geopolitical capacities within the Muslim community. This results in a notable imbalance in the availability of religious spaces, with some communities being well represented while others are overlooked.
The wonderful thing about London is we celebrate our diversity. We see diversity as a strength, not a weakness.
Nevertheless, religion is not merely about celebration. It is a way of life, practiced by religious communities on an everyday basis. My research project begins with this foundation of phenomena, exploring the production of religious spaces and territory through an infrastructure framework. On a mile-long stretch of Uxbridge Road in Shepherd's Bush, West London, I found 4 Muslim religious institutions and more than 50 related services. Together, the accumulation of religious spaces in the area has fostered a distinct Muslim religious territory, linked by infrastructure networks that support Islamic practices throughout London and beyond. The infrastructure framework in this study highlights several of the most significant findings and implications. Initially, the establishment of a mosque typically begins informally in places such as converted houses, shops, or community centers. These spaces operate quietly to prevent conflicts with nearby communities. As the congregation expands, further support spaces may emerge, resulting in the formation of a cluster of religious territorialities in the area. Ultimately, the community will be able to practice their faith without fear and begin to assert the area as a religious territory. Secondly, to effectively support Islamic religious practices, religious spaces cannot flourish in isolation. They need external support from other religious communities. This process necessitates forming connections with more established religious spaces, both within and beyond the territory. Consequently, the initial religious space transforms into a network of infrastructure. The Shepherd's Bush Mosque, for example, established a network with the Acton Mosque, which provides funeral services and facilities, including a mortuary, to ensure proper Muslim funerals for the community. Yet, reliance on informal networks presents challenges. Burial delays, limited Muslim cemetery space, and logistical constraints highlight the need for religious infrastructure in urban planning. London, a city of faiths, must recognize that religious spaces are integral to its social fabric. They are not isolated institutions, but vital components of the city's landscape. Religious infrastructure is not just a building, it is a living space, defined by the people who gather, the prayers they offer, and the traditions they carry. Faith moves through the streets, shaping London as much as London shapes it.